Hello, welcome to Access. Now you might have noticed we're not in the studio today because we are at EGX Rezzed. It is an awesome event, loads of indie games in a big indoor-outdoor studio in London. We're loving it. It's definitely not freezing at all, but we've actually had an awesome time. We've been playing loads of fantastic games. We wanted to talk to you about all of them. Rob will not let us, so we've picked 6 and we're going to tell you all about them.
The first one that we've actually kind of came across was the first game we played, and it's called No Straight Roads. Now, when we came up to this sort of to check out the game, I was immediately sold on it because I could tell there was a lot of influence from games such as Jet Set Radio with the art style. It's very edgy, and the whole premise of it is that you're an indie band and you're basically just trying to take down and rebel the whole sort of universe, pretty much, really, it seems. But the thing that caught my eye most with it was the fact that it's actually a rhythm game. It's an action-based rhythm game, really inspired by games such as Space Channel 5, Guitar Man, and we did talk about Parappa the Rapper as well. You know me, I love my Parappa. But the whole thing just looked really cool, the combat in it was really nice, and I was just really looking forward to it. My foot was tapping along with it, and I'm really excited to check it out, definitely in the future.
And I think the thing I liked is that they said it's a rhythm game for people who don't necessarily love rhythm games or don't think they're that good at it, which, you know, is me, I think. You know, the timing is not quite so essential, so it's not so much about being perfect, it's more about learning what the boss is going to do in time to the music, which I thought was a really nice take, really interesting.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that was a great one. I also played and loved Warhammer Chaos Bane.
You did, yes.
Now, I mean, you can tell by the name, Warhammer Chaos Bane, this is my type of title, and I absolutely adored it. So if you like things like kind of Diablo, that's what you need to think about here. And it was hugely fun. Rob and I had an amazing time rampaging through dungeons, slaying monsters with some incredibly cool abilities. As always, I was the massive warrior, so I loved it. I have to say, that one just felt really good to play. Absolutely loved it. Now, we also had a couple of other games. I think Cake Bash is the one I want to talk about next.
Yes,
because
Cake Bash was amazing.
This was incredible.
Yes.
Like it sounds so silly. So Cake Bash, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You play as a cake and you bash stuff, which is, you know, 2 of my favourite things already, let's be clear. And it's just so silly, so entertaining. So we played each other. I think we had a stranger jump in and we just played along with him. And you literally are a cake. So sometimes you're trying to fight each other for sprinkles. Sometimes you're trying not to fall off the edge of a pie.
And it was like the golden strawberry, and you had to throw ingredients into a pot. And we forgot to say, you smash each other with lollipops.
Yes.
With
so you
lollipops.
can punch. You are cakes with arms, let's be clear. You can punch each other, but they also drop lollies and you can use them to absolutely smash each other to death, which is just so fantastic. I mean, we had such a good time that the guy we were playing with thought that perhaps we were pretending to
advertise the game.
That we were there, that we were making fun of him by enjoying it so much, but it was just us having a brilliant time.
Literally, and I didn't know who you were or who the guy was, and I was just getting really like, come over here, and I had my lollipop, I was ready. It was so much fun.
It was absolutely fantastic.
It was, loved it.
We cannot recommend it enough. We're definitely going to get it in the office and take each other on with that one.
Definitely. And then there was also like another really colourful game that completely grabbed me, was a game called Glurp. And Glurp, it sounds really weird already, but it's a kind of an Olympic game. You're a race of aliens, and you've heard of the Olympics, and you really want to have a go yourself because, you know, the Olympics is such a huge event. So it's one of those games where the arms are really difficult to control. One of those games that you're going to be playing around for ages until you know where your legs are going and what it is you're going to have to do. So I played it with Rob. We competed against each other in order to take a part in all these events. It was so much fun, and the guys over there were really enthusiastic. They were telling us you had different traits as well because you had sponsors, and your sponsors gave you different abilities, and the guys were saying, oh, now you've got really strong arms so you can move a bit quicker, and they were very sweet. And they even said that the winner gets a little prize, and you may have noticed I've got a little medal around my neck.
Which I'm deeply angry about. No one gave me a medal. This is outrageous. You got an awesome medal and a drink.
Yes, and a drink, a Glurp drink, which was very nice, and I felt very proud, and I think Rob deep down hated the fact that I just won. So Rob, you're never going to beat me at Glurp. Bring it on.
Sadly, he did beat us at Castle Crashers Remastered.
Yeah, he did pretty much beat us really badly.
He was really good at it. So I haven't played Castle Crashers before. I think you had, haven't you?
No, I'd never
you
played
haven't played it.
I've heard of it, but I never got a chance to play it.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. The remaster looks really fun. I mean, we just jumped in, all three of us, just smashing each other, shooting arrows, hitting each other. There was a level we played where you have to grab a chicken and then you turn into a huge, enormous, like,
yeah, you got really buffed
Hulk.
up. I think it was called
which makes perfect sense, right?
I think it was literally called Buff Boys or something, wasn't it?
Something like that. And so we just had, again, it was another one where we were just screaming, laughing, attracting a crowd because we were causing a scene, because it was so much fun. Like I said, this is one I want to take back and just destroy my siblings at, because it's definitely one to take on people like friends, family, like just a Saturday afternoon on the sofa. We love that. That's another one that I feel like we're going to have to get in the office and
definitely.
take each
As soon as we were playing it, we all just knew we were going to hate each other playing this game, but that's why we need it. And then when we weren't shouting and being aggressive at each other, all these competitive games, we actually checked out a game which is completely different. It's really soothing and relaxing and really educational, and it's actually called Beyond Blue. Now, a lot of people have already heard about it. It's been, it's working alongside BBC and all those sort of Blue Planet 2 productions and things like that. And it's pretty much, you are just diving into the sea and you just learn about, you can scan all these different creatures. So, for example, we learned about whales. I got into a little shark pit, picking up different elements of coral and just learning about these things. It's very much, it's been compared a lot to Abzu, for it to give you an example. And it's just such a soothing, relaxing experience. I played it and Rob played it as well, because of course Rob has to check out those water physics, and it was just such an enjoyable experience, and it looked gorgeous, it looked really educational, and the team have put so much details into what it is you can learn, and they've got all of this fun little treasures such as dolphins catching like food and playing with each other. It's just such a nice game. I really enjoyed it, and I can imagine wrapping up in a blanket one night and just learning about the creatures of the sea. It looked absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm the biggest fan of Abzu. I could just play that for hours. That's like my, like you said, it's like my curl up and enjoy game. And I think this, it looks like that, but with like a completely new element. So it's, you know, I love the kind of scientific aspect. They said they had a marine biologist on staff, which I think has to be the coolest job ever. To be a marine biologist who also consults on video games. Like, dream job right there. See you guys later. PlayStation Access. Like, that's my new thing. That's what I want to do with my life. But yeah, so it sounds like they've really, you know, they've got the science right, but in it's not kind of preachy, it's not educational, it's just about exploring, and you know, we're all obsessed with sea creatures. I think it's fair to say everybody loves a dolphin, everyone loves a whale, and so it was a really beautiful game. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
No, definitely. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be great.
Yeah, well, we've had a fantastic time here. I mean, it's been absolutely brilliant. Like I said, we could have talked for another like 15 hours about everything that we've played. We've just had so much fun. But those were our 6 favourite titles. You absolutely have to check them out. Hopefully we're going to stream a few of them. We've been PlayStation Access, and we'll see you guys again soon. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when we're back online with more great PlayStation content.
For the players.